hello. What's going on? Awesome party peeps. It's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. If you are new here, we talk all things premium courses, whether it be online or face to face, how to package what it is that you know, put it into the format of a course, luxury coaching, mentorship, program and brand, okay? So that you can get it out to the rest of the world because you're not supposed to be local, you're supposed to be global. If that interests you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like button, bell notifications so you know when new episodes like this drop and we can hang out live. What's going on Instagram? It's good to see you on as well. Okay, let's get into today's topic. Let's talk about upgrading your content, all right? And I'm talking about, you can use this when it comes to social media content, but definitely when it comes to your course content, okay? Let's get into this. Most people, lots of people, especially new creators. What's going on? Minty in the building. Taj, hello. It's great to see you. I reached out to you, by the way, the other day. I love you too with my millennial heart. I reached out to you last week. So please, and I sent an email. So send me an email, send a smoke signal, send something, all right? I love you. I'm sending you much love, okay? You and Sugar Baby. I appreciate you. Jay Poke, what's going on? Says, good morning to the most consistent woman on YouTube. Let's go with all the O's, all right? What's going on? I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all being here. Let me my millennial heart has been popping this week. Okay? I don't know what's going on IG, but hello IG. I appreciate y'all today. All right, let's get into it. Your course content. Let's upgrade your content. All right. Like some creators, especially new creators, they get started and they think that they create the content one time and then they leave it like that forever. No, don't do that. You're doing yourself a disservice. You're also doing a disservice to the people that you're supposed to be impacting. Now, let me tell you why you need to switch your content up. I'm not saying you need to go back and re-record and re-explain and do all the things. I'm saying every 6 months. I do it typically every 90 days. All right. Just taking a peek in there, seeing what's going on, what's different. Because there are a lot of things that maybe you said last week. The way that information is going today, you're not just packaging pro tip for your courses information. You are packaging transformation. Okay, let's remember that. So you showing up, showing your personality, speaking from your experiences, your story, all of those things, that is what makes the information different. All right, makes the experience different for your clients and students. We can get information from anywhere, but we all resonate with transformation or a certain story or a certain voice, not just like the physical voice, but I mean the tonality, right, of what it is that somebody's talking about or how they're telling their story, how they're explaining and breaking down concepts. Same way you go buy different toilet paper, okay, you go buy different paper towels, different bread is based on preference. And not just preference, but also ingredients. We look and read the ingredients. I know I'm very conscious of that these days. Reading ingredients, making sure that it's aligned with my diet and what it is, whatever my goals are. It's the same thing with your programs, okay? It doesn't matter how much information is out there. Your people want you because they resonate with your story. They resonate with the way that you teach and break down concepts. Remember, pro tip for your courses, your content isn't going to be just you giving advice. There's a different way that you have to package your content or the advice that you give in order to teach it. That's very, very important. I wish so many more people knew that because sometimes this is why we get inside of some of those courses and I'm quick to pull out a credit card and check a course out on the back end to see what's going on inside, under the hood, all of those things. All right. But what ends up happening is with those courses that disappoint us the most is that people are packaging advice and we don't need more of that. We need you to tell us how to do the thing. Like we need you to teach it, right? So that's the piece. Now, regarding upgrading your content, let's get back to that for a second. Lots of pro tips and gems in there. If you're just catching this or tuning in, go back to the beginning and watch, okay? Because I don't even know how many gems I just dropped, but that's very, very important. They're all very important to creating a very effective course and something that's going to be sustainable, which y'all know if you are not new here that I'm all about. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button, like button, bell notification, and stick around for a while. Now, upgrading your content, go check it out. Go not clean it up because it represented or resonated with who you were when you created it. All right, I need you to pick this up real quick. Who you are now, like after creating the first piece of content, if you've created content for your courses and you have yet to sell it, you have yet to have peeps and seats or pre-sold your course or have students flow through that course, it's probably time for you to go back and brush up on it. Make sure not only that it's still relevant for what's going on in today's society, because again, we have so much information that is flowing so quickly, but also you're growing as well rapidly, like personally growing. We can't help it but to, especially if you're a high performer watching this. Like, I already know my people. Okay, you're watching this, you're a high performer. Pratik, hello, hello. I appreciate the like. It's good to see you on. Welcome, welcome. Let me know what time it is where you're currently watching from. I always like to see the global reach of these episodes. And so you're growing as a person. We can't help it. If you're a high performer, you're seeking knowledge constantly. You are applying the wisdom that you're learning from your life lessons. It's just a natural thing that we do, right? And so if you're up leveling, you need to make sure that your content is reflective of the up level. So it could be something that you said 3 months ago, or even a month ago at this rate that we're going, a couple of weeks ago, a couple of days ago, right? You said something that maybe you no longer resonate with because now you have more information. Now you have more wisdom. You have more life experience. And so you're better able to teach a concept or put something into not just words, but to show somebody how to do something. You're better able to do it because you've experienced more of it. This is why I always say a coach needs a coach, a mentor needs a mentor, just like a doctor needs a doctor, a lawyer needs a lawyer, so on and so forth, okay? One of my, lots of my students said that too very early on in getting started in this business, and it resonates so much with everyone because you start to think about it and you're like, oh yeah, right? So if that be the case, if you're continuing to up level, if you're continuing to grow, you want to make sure that that is reflected inside of your programs. Because what happens, another pro tip for your course, don't just set it and forget it. Don't leave your people hanging. Your premium buyers specifically, people want to pay you more for what it is that you know, but not just the information. They want you to show up. All right. They want you to not necessarily hold them by the hand, because high performers, like, we're in there, we're doing the work, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. All right. We don't need that level of accountability all the time. Sometimes, but not all the time, right? So if that be the case, why would people pay you premium dollars? They're not paying you to set it and forget it. They're paying you because they want you to walk with them, help them build brick by brick, show them exactly what it is that they're supposed to do so they can skip all the time that they would have to spend. You're investing more money to save yourself time and energy. That's the whole point, right? Like, I don't want to have to figure it out on my own. I don't want to have to go and make all the mistakes. It's not to say I won't make any, but I don't want to make all of them, all right? Especially the ones that you already made for me, because now you can talk to me and teach me exactly how to avoid those things. Like, somebody said, I think it was, who was it? Dan Kennedy or somebody I was listening to at one of the masterminds I went to a couple of years ago. And he was talking about how it's kind of like a minefield, right? And I use this analogy all the time too, because it makes so much sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you too. When you hire a mentor, not just a coach, not somebody that's on the sidelines, we need those too, right? And it's not that they, like most coaches, I grew up playing basketball. So my coach was on the sideline. My coach couldn't get in the game with me physically. It's not that he didn't support me, and I had women coaches as well. He or she didn't support me, wasn't cheering me on, but they couldn't physically be in the game with me. Mentors are getting in the game with you. They're there right with you, okay? There are people who can teach you play by play. Like, they're on the field with you, on the court with you, whatever sport you relate to. And so with that being said, like, mentors getting in the field with you, mentors understanding where it is that you are, is kind of like a minefield. Going back to Dan Kennedy's analogy, I think that's where I first heard it. And he was like, it's your mentors, it's your people who are going to show you exactly where to step, because they've already traveled through the minefield. So you don't step on one. Like, you just follow their footprints, right? They're in it with you. They're on the field with you. That's why I love mentors. Like, that's why I love coaches too, but I love mentors because they're in it with me, like play by play, showing me exactly what it is that I need to do. So I do not have to spend I'm not wasting all my time. I can't do it. All right. Saida, hello. It's good to see you on. I'm wishing you so much back at you, Pratik. Wish you a wonderful year with good health, lots of happiness in your work, and best wishes for new opportunities. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm sending all that energy and love back to you as well. I receive it. Thank you. Eric, hello. Thank you. I appreciate you being on. Again, if you're new here and you're just tuning in, like, number one, hit the subscribe button, okay? Hit the like button so we can continue to spread this global reach and message. But also, let me know where you're watching from. I love to see the global reach of all of these episodes, and I truly appreciate y'all for spending some time here. And so I say all that to say, like, the whole point of this is refresh your content, upgrade your content. You're upgrading. Your content deserves to be upgraded as well. All right. Don't set it and forget it. And it's not going to be as hard. Like, what you knew when you taught that class or that course, or when you teach, all right, if you haven't created your course yet, shameless plug, jumpfirstacademy.org is where you can go to get started. I will always plug my services, my business, because I know the impact that it has had on my life, as well as the impact that it has on my students and clients' lives, my mentees' lives as well. So again, jumpfirstacademy.org, free 30-minute training over there, no fluff. It also includes case studies, testimonials to show you how to start to apply what it is that you're learning, because I'm not about just consuming information. I want you to apply. Okay, the application piece is where we learn, all right, and where we move things forward. So there are free resources to help you implement, as well as paid resources to help you implement at jumpfirstacademy.org. Get started. All right, I also linked it in the description in case you're watching this on the YouTube channel. If you're watching this on IG, hello, the links are in bio, or send me a DM. I'll send you a direct link. And so update your content, upgrade your content. That's the whole point. Upgrade it. All right. What you knew the first time you taught it or are going to teach it is not what you're going to know the 10th time you teach it, or the 20th, or the 50th time. All right. A lot of what it is that you have, like your content, the written content, the video content, there are some other things that we can include to have fun inside of our programs and courses, especially with the rise of AI. We are not using AI to create our content though, because you don't have to do that. Once you know how to create your content for your course, you're not going to want to use AI anyway. All right. It's just so much better. And people pay more money and make more impact if you create your course content based on your life experiences, the things that you know. AI can't do that for you. All right, it can give you some, I talked about this the other day. It can give you some step-by-step things. It can generate ideas for you. But as far as the nuances of you creating your content based on your life experiences and your life story, you get to tell that. You get to, like, AI cannot ever do that for you. Not another person could never do that for you. So AI definitely could never do that for you. Okay, it's your story. You tell it how it's supposed to be told. And so upgrade your content. That's it. And let go of the pride and ego that comes with trying to hold on to, especially as high performers. I know it because I am still there sometimes, and I have to check myself like, girl, let it go. Okay, let it go. Sometimes the things that you say and believe, the perspectives that you have, because information is changing so fast, because we have opportunities available to us all around us to level up in the format of books, mentorship, coaching, programs, everything. We have everything available to us. So we're constantly leveling up. Let go of the pride and ego attached to trying to hold on to something you may have believed or said 6 months ago. Okay, trying to save face, trying to save your pride. All right, your ego, it wants to protect you, wants to keep you safe. You're like, but if I get on here and you're thinking all the thoughts, if I get on here and say something different, people are going to look at me like I'm a fraud, like I'm an imposter. All right, like I don't know what I'm talking about. No, you're a human and you're evolving, you're growing, and that's absolutely okay. You should be doing that. And the people who resonate with your message and your story, they're going to love that. Because you're supposed to be doing that. They want to do that too. All right. We're not supposed to stay the same. We're supposed to constantly be evolving. And it's just that today we have so many opportunities available to us that is happening faster and faster all around us. So be okay with that. But you got to let go of the pride, the ego, and all that stuff. All right. I'm almost sure that if I go back and look at some of the things that I was talking about when it came to AI a year ago, is going to be different than the way that I feel today, or some of the things that I talk about today. Now, what has stayed consistent and what will forever stay consistent is you don't need it to create your content. Can it help you improve your processes? Can it help you generate ideas? Sure, all of that. But you do not need it to create your content. And once you know how to create courses for yourself, using AI is going to help speed up some of the results, but you don't necessarily need it to do that. Okay. It's going to help improve some of your processes, improve some of your systems, but you won't need to rely on it. Does that make sense? Because we don't want that. We don't need more of that. We see that everywhere. People just generating just random content, okay, random courses or random books, all right, and publishing things that are all like AI generated. And I'm like, oh, I miss people. Okay, just people, not trying to figure out is it AI or not. All right, but at the same time, AI can be a very beneficial tool, but you have to know how to use it the right way. And I'm a proponent of the same way, the same process for hiring people in your business is the same process for using AI in your business, as far as I'm concerned, as far as what it is that we're doing inside of Jump First. So I want to know how things work. I want to understand, and this used to be me like tearing things apart as a kid, trying to figure out like what's inside, how does it work, what's under the hood, and then my dad would fix my toys and stuff because I would tear them apart just to see, right? But it's the same thing. It's the same process. I want to know, how do I do this thing, and then if I don't like doing it, or I don't want to do it, or I don't have time to do it, then I can hire it out, right? Same with AI. Like, it's something that is able to help improve processes and systems, but it doesn't necessarily do the initial work for you. I'm hoping that this makes sense, all right? Because I know like some people are, I don't know, I just feel like some people are taking it too far and like learn the thing, because people are like, oh, AI is going to replace people, machines are going to replace people. And it's like, not if you know the thing. Like, if you know the parts that AI can't do, if you truly understand how to integrate AI and use it as a tool and not just like a system to take over what it is that you do, then you're irreplaceable. So you're human. You are a human, okay? It's not, AI is not going to replace you as a human. Like, you have, purpose. You're supposed to be here for a reason. We program AI. We tell AI what to do, okay? Like, you're human. You're here for a reason. Brother Juan, hello, says, makes sense. I appreciate that. I'm glad this is resonating. Again, y'all, if you're interested in learning more about courses and how you can create them and not use AI to create your courses for you, go to jumpfirstacademy.org in order to get started. Free on-demand training over there, 30 minutes or less, no fluff, plus resources to help you implement. Also, I am teaching live tomorrow, actually. It's Thursday. I'm teaching live Thursday. If you're catching this on a Monday, then check the schedule. There's a link down below, and see if there's one coming up on Thursday. So we're going deep, okay? This is a paid workshop. This is not a free class. We are going deep into the psychology behind your buyers. We're going deep into how to create your content in a day, like you create it, not with AI or any other techie tools or anything. I'm going to show you how I do it in a day, create my frameworks for my courses, and how you're going to do the same, and you can do it side by side with me. So again, once you know something, then you use the tools to help speed it up, okay? But you don't need it for this particular class. I'm going deep into creating content, frameworks, psychology behind your buyers, and we're going to set up an entire plan for your course launch together. So this was over the span of about 3 hours. Sometimes it spills into 4, all right? But there is also some of the habits and techniques that you need to put alongside the strategy that are going to happen inside of this class too. So we're going behind the curtain, behind the scenes of how does this actually work. And I want you to leave with a plan for your course launch, as well as understanding the psychology behind the people who are going to buy the course. All right. You don't have to be finished the whole thing. You don't have to have a huge launch, all right, or announcement of a launch, okay, before people start buying. And so I'll show you all the stuff that I know about planning your courses and help you get your content done in that same afternoon. If that interests you, the link is down in the description. It's called the Super Jewels Workshop. I'm very excited. I only take a few at a time because I want to make sure that we can go deeper. And it has a one-on-one feel, but you'll see a few people inside of the classroom. But I want to make sure that I can get to your questions, that I can give you my feedback, my expertise, each individual, okay, inside of that class. So I only take a few at a time for that reason. Again, it's a paid workshop. It is high level. And it does have the depth that you're looking for. If you've been thinking about starting courses, or you have content created, but it's been created for a while, you probably need to brush up on it, right? Or make sure that it is progressing the same way that you are. Whatever your questions are, head over to that link down in the description, the Super Jewels Workshop. There's even a box on the page where you can send us a message if you have questions before joining, so that we can answer those. But I really want to help more people to get their courses done, all right? And this is your next step. I love y'all so much. I appreciate you. Again, 2 ways to get started. The on-demand training is free, 30 minutes or less. If you're not sure that courses are for you, I should differentiate between the two. If you are like, I don't know if courses are for me or the right next step for my business, get started with the free on-demand training, jumpfirstacademy.org. Free training, less than 30 minutes, very quick, straight to the point. resources to help you implement, free and paid. If you're interested in going deeper and you're like, I know I want to create a course, this is for me, this is my time, then I'm encouraging you to join the Super Jewels workshop. Okay, again, we go deep into understanding not just like the strategy that you should use, but why you should be using it and why specifically for your course, because everybody's strategy is unique to them. And so again, I'm excited about it. I haven't taught this one in a while, but people always leave with such fresh insights and it energizes me as well. So I'm really excited to teach it. The link is in bio if you're looking for this on IG. If you are watching this on the YouTube channel, it's the first link in the description. Again, the Super Jewels workshop. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for the new follows. I appreciate it. And if you are returning, welcome back. Know that I always appreciate y'all being here. Sending you much love. My millennial heart is back again. Much love on today, productivity, and let's get these courses rocking and rolling. I love y'all. I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Bye.